1-800-686-2237. You cannot beat the deal on those Lakota rounds. Gorgeous silver coins. And again, on the gold, you have great deals on the francs, great deals on the British sovereigns. What other gold coins? Do you still have some of those buffaloes that are so hard to get left?
You know, I mentioned them last time that I was on the air. We sold out every single one of them. We're looking for them. And when I get them available, we'll make them available.
Anything else you've got that's interesting, Ted?
U.S. Eagles. We also have the Canadian Maple Leafs. I've had a great quantity of real small quarter-ounce and 10th-ounce Maple Leafs. We'll be putting those up here real soon.
Yeah, that's a wonderful coin. 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Ted, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me up again, Ellis.
All right, I'll break down the GPSing your doors in detail straight ahead, and then to Mexico City.
Springtime. Now that you've planted your organic garden, how will you keep the bugs away without using toxic chemicals and poisons? Well, the answer is all natural insecticides from freshwaterorganics.com. These revolutionary insecticides start with the same organic product that we use in FPP to kill parasites. We then add a small amount of pyrethrin from chrysanthemum flowers and a mild attractant to offer you the most effective insecticide available anywhere. It can even be applied up to the day of harvest. Our natural insecticides work in the home, on plants, and in your garden, killing pests mechanically, not with poisons. So pests can't develop an immunity, and they won't harm your children or pets. It's effective against white flies, moths, bedbugs, fleas, roaches, crickets, and more, and safe enough to use on your pets, ridding them of fleas and other pests. Order now from freshwaterorganics.com or call 888-949-3570, 888-949-3570 today.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold for your IRA? That's right. Gold has been available to be placed in IRAs since 1986. Yet still, the financial industry refuses to recognize the value of real hard assets for your retirement. The truth be told, gold and silver has outperformed paper investments like stocks, bonds, and CDs, yet no word about IRAs. Perhaps the financial institutions want to maintain control of your assets by keeping you in paper. If you'd like to take a look at gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low return on your paper investments. Call 800-686-2237. Make sure that you secure your future. Call 800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
You are a rebel, admit it. You refuse to read the directions when assembling a new item. You won't ask for directions when you're lost. Once in a while, you drive in the carpool lane with only you in the car. Your neighbors call you a crackpot. And you can count your real friends on one hand. Well, join the club. Einstein failed math, quit school, and his rebel ideas led to some of the world's most amazing discoveries. Edison rebelled against the dark, failed over 1,000 times, then invented the light bulb. George Washington rebelled against an entire country and led the creation of a new one. Now, Alex Jones is working to save that very country. So go ahead, be a rebel. Put in a food supply from efoodsdirect.com. Everyone will realize you were not a nutcase after all. efoodsdirect.com. If you're going to pick something to stand for, be sure you have enough food to keep on standing. 800-409-5633. efoodsdirect.com. That's 800-409-5633.
Pienso que un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba las manos y la cara de azul.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now back live. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to break down in this segment and a little bit into the next what's really happening with the census workers. There's several issues here. They're coming up to people's doors, like the video you see here we're rolling from YouTube. This has happened to me back 10 years ago, 9 years ago in the last census in the year 2000. And they came to the door and demanded I fill it out. Actually, my girlfriend fill it out. She refused. Later, when I was home, they came back and banged on the door, and I got in a big argument with them. And I said, look, I'm telling you how many people live here. Me and my girlfriend, now my wife. That's who lives here. That's all I got to answer under U.S. code. And I even grabbed the census. I happened to get one of the American Community long form that had 49 questions. Some businesses and houses got questionnaires that had 100, 200, 300 questions. But going back from memory, 1 out of 6 homes got the 49 question. So I got the 49 question, and it was, what type of toilet do you have? What type of stocks and bonds do you have? Then the news reported the other forms people were getting. Callers were calling about it, but later the news confirmed that, yeah, some people were being asked, what type of stocks and bonds do you have? Do you own firearms? If you do, what type? I mean, big, thick things you were supposed to fill out. And then I went and looked up the U.S. code and federal court rulings, and it said you only have to answer how many people live there. And that's to decide how many members of Congress your state gets, because that is apportioned. How many members of the House of Representatives you get. The Senate is 2 per state, but the House is done by population. That's why some states might have 10 members. Some states might have 3 members. You know, California has the most members because it has the biggest population. Texas is number 2 with the most members. That's done by the census. And now the feds say, well, we also do it for how much federal money your state gets and things. But the point is, if you're an axe murderer or a criminal and you're caught with a carload full of people you've hacked up with an axe, and it looks like you're guilty and the women's skin is under your fingernails, and you took Polaroid pictures of their dead bodies, you know, posing with them, you still don't have to incriminate yourself under the Fifth Amendment. You don't have to answer questions. So how then do bureaucrats come with no judge, no jury, no warrant, no indictment, no subpoena, and they say you must answer our questions under penalty of law? You must answer our questions or you're going to be arrested. But if you look at the long forms and the short forms you get, even the short form one has 9 questions that everybody gets, and they're saying they're going to expand it. This GPSing is only a warm-up for next year. And so they are coming out now and saying to everybody that it's the law. You've got to fill out the question, whether it's 9 or 49 or 100 or 200 or 300. Some businesses get even bigger ones. They're saying you got to fill it out, even though you have a Fifth Amendment and a Fourth Amendment right to not do it. But how they do it is you get the forms. And I covered this on air years ago on local TV. I haven't gotten one in the mail yet, but if I get the long form, I'll show you. But even the short form has it. It'll be a piece of paper, and then up in the corner, it'll have the U.S. code, and under the law, you've got to do this, and then a dotted line with the 9 questions they think they can make you answer, which there's 8 too many there. But then under it, there'll be all these other questions. So it's a lawyer trick. And we're already getting these emailed to us, and this is it. I've seen them before. U.S. Department of Economics and Statistics, United States Census 2010, your answers are confidential. And it says you're required by law to provide the information requested. These federal laws are found in United States Code, Title 13, Section 9-141-193-214 and 221, Title 42, Section 210. Please visit the website, census.gov, 2010 Census, and click the Protecting Your Privacy to learn more about the privacy policy and data protection. Then under it, it says, same thing mine had 9 years ago, in a little box, respondents are not required to respond to any information collection unless it displays a valid approval number of the management and budget. Then it gives the code numbers OMB 0607-0809. See, that's only, and you only get this if you ask the question. It has this little blurb, only this part on the forms that I've seen at the bottom. People don't know that. Lawyer speak, it says, it's the law. It says right here, Your answers are confidential, but it's the law, punishable by jail time if you don't do this. So you're like, oh, my God, honey, we got to fill this out. Right under it is the asterisk, just like a fraudulent contract, because it is. Going, by the way, you don't have to do this, but you have to know how to go look up U.S. code to find that out. Just like there's no law you got to take vaccines, but they do the same damn things. Excuse me, folks, I'm getting angry. They do the very same thing. They tell you it's the law, you got to do it when it's really a